Good morning, I'm Wayne Hudson.
And I'm Jeremy Tillman.
Here we are again with another coaching tip for the Christ life. You know, Jeremy, we've talked a lot over the past several months about just simply loving Jesus and above everything else. And you made a comment in your sermon on Sunday. You were talking about the relationship with Jesus and church, or the Christ life, and that is something that we get to do, not something that we have to do. You know, and I got to thinking about that Sunday afternoon. And man, you know, we both love sports, and you was a football guy, and I was a basketball guy. But man, growing up, no one had to make me practice basketball. Man, when I got home from school, I was in our backyard, and I played for hours every day because I loved it. Yeah. Man, I loved the time in my backyard play. And then because of that, I turned out to be a pretty decent basketball player. But I think we miss that sometimes in this relationship with Jesus, that we think it's something that we have to do instead of something that we get to do, and we miss out on the intimacy of just simply loving Jesus and living a simple life that's purely devoted to Jesus. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think so often we do. We get caught up in whether it be church activity, church life, and before you know it, we feel like we have to do it rather than we get to do it. Yeah. But I think sometimes too it goes back to what we delight in, and understanding a clear picture of who God is, and understanding the grace of God, and that we don't deserve. That's right. We don't deserve His grace, but because God loved us so much, that He sent Jesus to take our place, to become our sin. And when we experience that, and when we move into a love relationship with Jesus, because that's what it's about, it's a love relationship. And then as we're growing in that love relationship, we begin to see that, man, what we get to take part in, it's a privilege. Yes, it's an honor.
It is. It really is, man.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes we made it a lot more complicated than what it really is. You know, it's just like the game of basketball for me and football for you. You did it because you loved it. Yeah. Man, you just simply loved the game. And man, I just love playing basketball. And you know, it needs to be that way with Jesus. Man, we just love Jesus, so we love spending time with Him, and that radically changes our life. Right. So the coaching tip for today would simply be, man, just go love Jesus. Love Jesus above everything else. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. Don't miss the simple, pure devotion of simply loving Jesus. Go let Jesus be Jesus in you today.